with some more college football schedules and college football predictions. Again, all right. Sorry. Alright, so we're going to do this one a little bit different than we did last week. And did Big 12. Big 12, I know a lot better than I know SEC. So it's a lot easier for me to go and rank every Big 12 team. But SEC, I know pretty well. I mean, SEC, it's the top conference in the country. So I'm just going to go down the list and do D, as in, I don't think this team will be any good. Not saying I don't think they make a playoff. Worst, they're not contending. A lot of the SEC East outside of Georgia, it's going to fall in this category. I'm almost 100% certain. Pretender, stuff like they're good. They're sitting at 8-4, and just because they're in the SEC, if they were in any other conference, they wouldn't be in the top 25. Contenders, this is going to be your teams that are pushing the limits, and then your conference players, and they can go to the championship. But then the best, this is who I'm taking to win the championship. And yeah, so first and foremost, South Carolina. They got Spencer Rattler. They miss. Yeah, NC, I think they lose that one. Georgia, they lose. Mississippi State, I don't know. What was their record last year? Let's see. Record. Last year they were 9-4, and they were 4-4. AP High, AP Post, College High, College Final. They don't have Mike Leach anymore. Yeah, they're gonna be a pretender because they play Georgia, Tennessee, UNC. That's 3 losses. That's 2 wins, maybe. And I'm saying that just because I think Mississippi State, it's going to have a falling out. They're not going to be too terrible. I mean, they're in the SEC. There's not many terrible teams out there. But they're going to have a falling just because you think about it, you're losing your coach to a tragedy. Like a tragedy. And so I think it takes them a while to turn back the tide. But they miss Alabama with South Carolina, misses Alabama, and they miss. Wow. Yeah, they just miss Alabama. Maybe I'll put them at where it's. Yeah, because Okay, I like that. Alright. South Carolina has been made as a worst. I'm going to protect their record, though. So I can set this. Their record. Seven and 5 is where I put them. I had 2 toss-ups for them. And then 2 that I'm like, yeah, that's a takeaway. Other than that, it's going to be competitive. Each game, they will be able to maybe upset Tennessee like they did last year. Just, yeah, 7 and 5. Now we'll do Mississippi State, just because I have them already ranked. Yeah, Mississippi. I do like where I put them at. Mississippi State. Yeah. They have a hard schedule. They have Auburn, LSU, Alabama. Those are 3 automatic losses for me. Even though Auburn may have had a bad season last year, I think Auburn's going to bounce back. Arkansas. Alright, Arkansas. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-5. 2, 5-6-3. They'll be a pretender. They'll be ranked for the majority of the season, and then they'll lose to Missouri, I think. Just because it's college football, you got to root for chaos. And if they lost to Missouri at, say, they're going into this game 8-3 or 9-2, that would be a big loss, because I honestly don't know where I would have Missouri. Then we have Auburn. Okay. And Auburn 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3, 4-3, 5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, and 8-4. Also will be a pretender. For the most part, they'll be in the conference talking, but those back-to-back losses will hurt them, and then the loss to Alabama will put the nail in the coffin. So they'll be pretending for a while. Honestly, whoever wins out of these two will... If Arkansas wins out of these two, I think Arkansas would be a contender. But they're both going to lose to Alabama and Georgia. So, yeah, that's it. Okay, now Florida. I am more of a Gators fan than I am a Seminoles. Oh, this one's hard. I don't like Utah, but Utah's good. And I think Utah will win this game. So, 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 3-4, no, 4-3, 4-4. I think I took Arkansas to lose to Florida. So 5-4, 5-5. This one's hard. 5-6, and they again don't make a bowl game. Hey. So yeah, these are the teams that won't make a bowl game. And I'm just saying that because Florida has a tough non-conference schedule. I mean, SEC teams only have 8 on their schedule anyways. I myself don't like that's the case, but they only play 8 games anyways, but I think Florida goes 3-5 in those games, so they're not making a bowl game. And then another team that I'm going to say doesn't make a bowl game is Mizzou. Mizzou is never good. But they will start out 3-0. No, they will start out 2-1. And no, they'll start out 3-1. And then they play, so they'd start out 4-1. Then they lose to LSU, lose to Kentucky. I took South Carolina to lose to them. Missouri and Georgia. Last year, Missouri made Georgia look beatable. One second. Yeah. They made Georgia look beatable, but they lose that one. Lose to Tennessee, lose to Florida, win to Florida, and win to Arkansas. It's 1, 2, 3, and they also don't make a bowl game. Am I really taking 3 SEC teams not to make a bowl game? Who knew? But that made sense. Not every year do you get 11 teams in. Okay. Missouri. Now Kentucky. Alright, Kentucky starts out 4-0, 5-0. Kentucky's, I'm going to say Kentucky's going to be a pretender. No, I take that back. Kentucky's a contender. If they get a few upsets, they're a contender. Say they upset Tennessee, they're a contender. Yeah, for the majority of the season. Alabama comes into them. Bama's never a winnable game, but they come in. So yeah, that'll give you 2 losses. But say Bama loses twice or LSU loses, they're a contender. a lot of these next few I think are contenders. I have two that I would say the best. Anybody that knows college football knows that there are two powerhouses in this little section. And then there are 3 champions in the last 5 years here. So, well, 4 in the last 5 years. So, yeah, we can never count any SEC team out. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is LSU. Because that's on our list. And this is where I get kind of confused. Because I'm not an LSU fan. But I also am not dumb. I think their schedule works that they could literally only lose 1 game. So I am going to put them in the bets because I feel like they could beat Bama. But I also am going to say they're a contender because they're not Georgia. Georgia is by far the best. I don't even need to look at their schedule to say that I am considering them as a 10-2 at least. If they hit 10-2, that will be depressing. No, not depressing. 10-2 is a great season, especially for my Cougs. I would take a 10-2 today if you could. If you could guarantee me a 10-2 season, I would take it today. But Mississippi has Mercer. Wow. Started out 3-0, and then they lose 3. They will not be a pretender even. They won't even be close. They won't even crack the top 10. Mark my words, Ole Miss will have a rough start to their season. I want them to beat Bama. I want them to beat LSU. If I saw Ole Miss in the championship game, I would be happy. The next one in Tennessee. And Tennessee, the orange and black. They lose, win, loss, win, loss, win. They're a contender. For the majority of the season, they'll be contending for the championship. Alright, A&M. Oh, A&M. This is hard for me because they had such a good year the last couple, but they are A&M, so they're gonna be 10-4, 8-4. They're gonna be 8-4. They'll be a pretender. No, I'm not even gonna have to look. Chalk that up as a win. Chalk that up as a win. Win. Lots. Win. Lots. Win. Lots. Win. Lots. Win. Lots. Yeah. They will be a contender, a pretender. Alabama. I don't even have to look at their schedules. Mandy will be a pretender. We'll put them there. Just to have the tranquility. I feel like there'll be a lot more parity to this, and the next one I'm gonna do today is Pac-12. just because the Pac-12 is also very, very interesting for me. Like I said, I am from Utah. Pac-12 is in Utah. And I'm going to rank and do it alphabetically. State, CLA, okay. So, Arizona. Alright, Arizona. You had bounced back here last year. Arizona. Alright. Like what their coach is doing there. But they'd start 1-1. 1-2. No. 2-1. 3-1. No. Yeah, 3-1. 3-2. 3-4. 3. That's a toss up. 4-3. Hey, we'll say Washington State loses that one. 4-4. 4-5. 5-5. 5-6. 6-6. They'll be a pretender. They'll be a pretender. They will never compete for the title. They will never have a shot at the championship. But they'll be a pretender. For me, I feel like they will have a few that jump off page. A few upsets hurting the other people. And then we're going to do state here. And Southern Utah. Wow. Wow. Let's just look real quick at Southern Utah's schedule. Yeah. BYU, Arizona, and State. Pretty good for them. Alright. 1-0, 2-1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 2-5. 2-5, 2-4, 2-5, 2-6, 2-7, 2-8, 2-9. Yeah, they will be the worst in the conference. I'm already saying that. They'll be the worst in the conference. Maybe Stanford could be worse, but I'm not taking Stanford or Cal to be worse than them right now. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 3-5, 3-6, 3-7, 3-8. They'll be bad. Yeah. 3 I'm saying 4-8. I think they'll get an upset somewhere. I feel like they will get an upset somewhere. And I feel like Cal could be that. I feel like Stanford could be that upset. Colorado. And Colorado already, to me. Like, just looking at Cal, we've only seen one of these three on their list. And all three of these teams are at the bottom of the pack right now. 0-1. I don't know what Nebraska will be this year. That's going to be a crap hits, I think. 0-2. 1-3. 1-2. 1-3. 1-4. 2-4? Yeah, 2-4. Let's go with 2-4. 2-3. 3-4. 4-4. Let's say they start getting upsets. 4-5. 4-5. Four and 6, 4-7, 4-8. Yeah, they'll be words I won't make up a bowl game. Okay, UCLA. Man. 0-1, 0-2, 1-2. 1-3. 2-3. 3-3. They'd start their first 6, 3-3. 3-4. Yeah, St. Stanford pulls that one out. How did 7-5 feel? Not great, actually. They'll be a contender. They might lose a few early games, but they don't play Oregon. They don't play Oregon State. No, they play Oregon State. Who else don't they play? They don't play Washington either. And I think that's going to help them. Yeah, I think that's going to help them. They'll be a contender. No, they'll be a pretender. They'll be a pretender. Okay. Oregon! Portland State, win. And by this point, we're all saying, Oregon's back! That's a lose to Washington. Lose at Washington State beats them at home. Beat Utah at home. Wow. 5-3? Yeah, Oregon has a tough haul. They might not have UCLA, but they have a tough haul. And I think that's why I'm going to put them on pretender. Yeah, I'm going to put them on pretender. I think Oregon will start out 5-0 for sure. But then they'll just keep losing. They might steal Washington State, but they won't win at Washington or at Utah. I hope I'm wrong with at Utah. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see them stealing that one. Next one. Oregon State. Alright. 1-0. 2-0. 3-0. 4 endo. Utah beat them up at home. 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. Think they go as a contender into the Washington game, but I think they get beat by Washington. They have both nets. Yeah, I think they get beat by Washington and Oregon. Yeah, I like that. That feels good. They'll sit on the brink. Yeah, they'll be close, and then they'll cough it up at the end. Stand hard football. Well, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, 2-6, 2-7, 2-8, 2-9. Actually, but they don't even. Yeah, they're not making a bowl game. That's for sure. And I don't even have to look. I have them winning their conference, but also have to put Utah up there because Utah's won the conference twice. They have each other and they play each other. I think Washington will be a contender. Washington State will also be a contender, but Washington State never will. They'll never get to a bowl game. No, they'll never get to the point where they're playing for the title. I think every one of these teams will have a chance, and automatically, like, the first 3 games are out. Cal hits it next. Like, I was talking to you, is that Arizona, I think it was their start of their season is good, and then the rest is bad, so they will be contending overall. Thank you all for watching. I hope you liked the video. Next time, probably tomorrow, we will go over the Big Ten and the ACC, and then we'll start Group of 5 on Wednesday. And now, after that, I am going to be creating my actual YouTube for this podcast, this sports. And come August 1st, I'm out of town, that's next week. But come August 1st, we will have amazing, we will start seeing some pro dates and stuff, and just start seeing some teams. Heck,